But notice the wonderful positioning of the Shuriken Cannon, which has been moved up as the battle has progressed, just kind of suppressing anybody trying to get through the middle here. That's looking pretty good, but unfortunately, this one sneaky squad of Hormagaunts just kind of snuck on by there and put a little bit of damage into that Shuriken Cannon. These poor Wraithguard right now are being ripped apart here by this Warrior Brood, which was recently produced. The Warrior Brood does have a nice little passive aura that increases the hit points of the Tyranid units around it. So you can see that little green glow right there as they're just kind of chewing away at these Wraithguards. Wraithguard's going to have to retreat for the time being. Meanwhile, on the lower left, these poor Termagants are just being shredded once again by this Warp Spider Exarch. He is very upgraded. He also has the Phase armor, which gives the Phase Shift ability. We'll have to see what's going to get used with all of that. Meanwhile, more towards the north, the Lictor Alpha is definitely capping this victory point. And, whoa, we do have a nice jumping, bouncing Autarch coming all the way in there. Look at that. She jumped all the way in, realized she was standing on a plasma grenade, and had time to just bounce right back out again. So it looks like the Guardian squad here is doing a good job holding on to that. Notice they, too, have been upgraded to have a Warlock. Over on the left, this one pesky guard tower again. I always wonder if this was intentional or not, but if you stand way back on this side of the victory point, kind of like they were just doing, you cannot be hit from units in this tower here, or at least with his range you can't. So that's kind of pesky and annoying, but, well, depends on which side of the battle you are, I suppose. Anyhow, they are going to have to retreat, taking way too much damage, and there we go. You can see that green aura right now from the Warrior Brood, and here they come. The Raveners definitely digging their way on in right now, feeling some tremors. He is going to have to get on out of there, and it looks like the Warp Spider Exarch is definitely retreating right now. Hopefully he's just going to go ahead and grab this victory point as soon as he can. More towards the center, you can see that he has set up a second Shuriken Cannon team, and just kind of hanging out here with the Wraith Guards. And it looks like Aki is working his way to Tier 3 right now. So I want to take a look at the money right now and just see how people are doing. $600 for Edjtuh, $300 for Aki. And we'll have to see if they're planning on any sort of special tech or anything like that. Meanwhile, Guardian's up here grabbing this victory point. And so it's now 2-1. And it looks like our red Eldar player is at 296 and 314 points for our blue Tyranid. 314, of course, being Pi. Ooh, nice little flesh hooks right there, ripping back at the poor Autarch, dragging her into the mess once again, but she's just going to have to get on at her. And now, here comes a massive unified assault from the Tyranid. You can see that deadly leap right there as the Lictor Alpha just kind of jumps on in. And now we just have a massive melee fight going on right now. You can see Raveners just kind of tunneling all into the same direction here. The Warrior Brood are all up here in the north right now. These Raveners popped up. And, oh, it looks like we've got some Spore Mines being called in on top of the Shuriken Cannon weapons team. I wonder if he's going to be able to move in time. Yes, he did see those Spore Mines getting on out of there. They're just kind of hovering uselessly for the time being. Lots of focus fire going on right now by the Ravener Brood, just doing plenty of damage to these guys on the way out. I believe I saw what looked like a single plasma grenade going off right there. And that Spore Mine did blow up in the faces of those retreating Guardians, but not doing too much damage. Nice little leap there by the Autarch, charging on in, just kind of challenging all these guys with her big Executioner Spear. It looks like these poor Spore Mines don't really know which way to go right now, just being focus fired down by that Warp Spider Exarch right now. Meanwhile, the Autarch is just kind of chasing away the last of the Ravener Brood right here. It looks like this poor gentleman is kind of split apart from the rest of his troops. Once again, we've got the Autarch leaping on into battle here, just kind of stabbing away at these Hormagaunts. But look at the focus fire she's taking right now. Double Ravener Broods right now, focusing her down, doing a lot of damage. But that doesn't say anything, not to say anything small about the Warp Spider Exarch, because he is doing a ton of damage as well, returning that fire. Both players are now soundly at Tier 3. And notice that the game has completely reversed. It is now 3-0 for the blue player, for the blue Tyranids, being played by Aki here today. So it looks like that's a temporary thing, though. He doesn't really have much control over the top or the middle. And as you can see, both of those are probably going to fall pretty soon here. Kind of a massive firefight going on right now. It looks like another Ravener being taken out by a combination of Shuriken Cannon and Warp Spider Exarch fire there. Over on the left, the Howling Banshees with their Exarch are moving on out, perhaps to take care of this once they secure the area. And yeah, we're going to have to see if we're going to get any more tech out of these guys. It looks like a Fire Prism right now being built for Edjtuh. And we're going to have to see if we're going to see any sort of... Aki is definitely at about $800 right now, so a Carnifex or a Swarm Lord are definitely possible. And yes, right as I was saying that, he is building a Swarm Lord. So it looks like we're going to have some nice Tier 3 battles going on here. So Warrior Brood and all of these Raveners are moving on out, capping this victory point once again. But that still will only make it 2-1. The score is pretty darn close, though. As you can see, both these players super aggressive. Warp Spider Exarch hanging out in this building. Once again, this is his house, his summer home. Just being nice and annoying. You can see that doing a little bit of damage, but the Termagants can't really stand up to that fire for too long. These Wraith Guards here in the center, looking pretty fancy. I really do like these models just kind of in general. Pretty cool. Looking more on the left, we can see just kind of, you know, a little bit of skirmishing going on, playing some footsie, but not too much else there. Both players content to be sitting around with 3 generators, but it does look like Edjtuh has majority control of the map right now. So that's one downside to moving with your army as one big blob. It's powerful because you can do a lot of damage when you slam into anything because all your troops are there. But on the one hand, it's much harder to recapture points that are lost. And as you can see, at this point in the game, Aki is definitely behind in terms of resources. So he's going to be struggling to deal with that. The Lictor Alpha is now moving around. You can see that this squad of Guardians knows he's there, throwing a plasma grenade right under his feet and now moving out to try and flush him out of there. Unfortunately, it is only 3 of them. But it looks like, oh, there we have it. Now the Shuriken Cannon team getting into that little cliffside abode there, and he's just going to have to deadly leap on out of there. So here we have it. Oh, man, let's take a look at this Swarm Lord. I love the way this guy looks. You can see with those 4 big bone blades just kind of moving on out. And he's charging on into battle right now. You can see right in the middle. I'm looking for his little special attack where he swings all 4 blades at the same time. Likely going to use it right off the bat. Where is he? He's facing whichever way. Oh, there he goes, doing a big old AoE in front of everybody. Meanwhile, it's just chaos. You can see the Wraith Lords are doing a ton of damage to these Termagants. They're going to have to get on out of there. We got plasma grenades going off all over the place. Shuriken Cannons. The Fire Prism is definitely just pegging away at everybody here. And there is a D cannon on the field right now there too. So D cannon doing some serious damage here, but everybody's having a retreat. Doesn't matter. The Swarm Lord moving on out. Swarm Lord doesn't care at all about a Fire Prism. He's just going to poke away at it. We could see it if you switch the Fire Prism to its other firing mode where it has the focused beam instead of the wide dispersion beam or whatever it's called. You can do a little bit more damage to vehicles like his size. That is, of course, the huge attack right there, but we'll have to see if he's going to go that route or not. But for the time being, both players took a lot of casualties right there. Pretty much everybody is back at their base right now. Just the Swarm Lord is just kind of stomping around like a boss. The Warp Spider Exarch is, of course, wherever he wants to be, just kind of blinking all over the map. Looks like 2 Ravener Broods are being sent to deal with him, and meanwhile, we still have this 1 squad of Hormagaunts who, didn't quite finish resupplying there, it looks like. The Warrior Brood and the Swarm Lord are all out there. Swarm Lord speeds up friendly units, a bunch of other stuff. Really cool. Looks like our Warp Spider Exarch is back in his summer home, just kind of hanging out, representing for the Eldar, you know. I do like the way that guy looks. Oh, he's so cool. Anyhow, so he's being nice and annoying here, just kind of harassing these Raveners. And now it looks like we have a nice, strong central presence here going on once again. We do have this D cannon here, so he does have to look out. There's quite a few shots coming through here. Check out our little Autarch getting the heck on out of the way here. D cannon's firing away like mad. Wow, just wrecking all of these guys. Taking a ton of dimensional damage right there. It looks like they did not want to deal with that for the time being. And I think that was the entire Hormagaunt squad there was actually just completely jibbed by that last attack. So he's turning his focus right now directly onto the Warp Spider Exarch. Warp Spider Exarch retreating to his summer home. Going to be doing a little bit more damage to these guys as well, making sure to focus fire the little weak ones, but he has got to get on out of there. Even the Swarm Lord is getting in on this mess right now. These buildings have a ton of hit points, though. 1,500 hit points. It takes forever to chop away at that, but whatever. He's just going to sit there and chop away. Meanwhile, it looks like the Lictor Alpha taking quite a few shots out of that guy. Just kind of focusing him down. I'm just curious to see how long he's going to hold him there. I would have retreated a long time ago, honestly, because as soon as he sets foot out of there, he's going to take some serious damage. He's got to blink right away. Go! Oh, no! And he totally gets taken out right there. Dies on the doorstep of his timeshare. Oh, well, too bad there. And, oh, no, horrific. All the rest of the Guardians perhaps coming to save him. I'm not sure what they were doing, but they were completely jibbed there. But it doesn't matter. As you can see in the lower right-hand corner, the Avatar God of War is being produced right now. Obviously, Edjtuh has had a huge economic advantage for quite a while. He has had most of the map under his control. It looks like we do have the Swarm Lord right now just charging right in. You can see he's just going to take on these Wraith Guards. Oh, look at the Raveners right now disrupting that D cannon, knocking those guys all over the place. Oh, we do have a Tyrannoformation going on right now as well, just kind of wrecking this side of the map. Knocking him back a little bit. Looks like our Swarm Lord here hacking away. 61 points remaining, though, for Aki. It is 2-1 right now. He is at 58 points, counting down, doing a ton of damage right now. Oh, my God, just chopping away at all of these fine ladies. Looks like the Howling Banshee's having to get on out of there, being retreated with 1 surviving member, just barely making it out. The Fire Prism is just thumping away, knocking back everybody. It looks like during all of that mess, the Lictor Alpha was taken out. The Autarch is running away at very low hit points. We are at 54, and it has just stabilized at 1 versus 1. This Fire Prism is trying desperately to get away from the Warrior Brood. Looks like they've given up the chase now that they're risking being suppressed by the Shuriken Cannon here. So that is a nice little sneaky place to drop a Shuriken Cannon, by the way. Anyhow, currently 2-1. It looks like Aki is ahead right now just for the time being, but he's got to hold on to both the center and the left pretty much for the remainder of the game. He is at a very dangerously low 54 points right now. Double focus fire coming out right now, and here we have it on the battlefield. The Avatar is just poking away. This is pretty much the most epic battle you can see between Tyranids and Eldar at this point. Looks like the Swarm Lord is just chasing down after that D-Cannon weapon team. Chasing away. Oh, is he going to get it? It's at 1 hit point. Oh, there it goes. D-Cannon down. Howling Banshees chasing away the remainder of the Ravener Brood. Looks like this Avatar is just kind of standing around wondering who he should be attacking, and the Fire Prism guarding the center. Honestly, this Swarm Lord has not taken that much damage yet so far this entire game. You can see he's just at maybe 60% hit points right now. Moving on in, want to see him chopping away. Look at that, swinging with all 4 swords at the same time, knocking over Howling Banshees and the like, but he realizes he needs to get on out of there. Looks like the Lictor Alpha jumping on in maybe to try and attack from behind, hitting this Fire Prism. Avatar knows that he can take care of this, though. So the combination of Avatar and Fire Prism, definitely more than the Swarm Lord can take for the time being. Oh, it looks like we do have an Eldritch Storm being called down over here on the left right now, zodding away, but all the troops able to get out of the way for the time being here. We do have some focus fire going on right now. It is 1-0 right now, and Aki is at 31 points and counting down. We just had that special attack there coming from the Avatar, missing everybody, and it looks like they're just kind of walking home with him, escorting the Avatar home. No, he knows he needs to cap some of these victory points. Will he do it in time? He is just barely able to cap 1. He's got to go for the central cap right now. It looks like they buried their way on in here, trying to pop it up. Looks like the Lictor Alpha is going to cap this point right now. Oh, the Raveners are capping in the upper right-hand corner. But no, we've got... Oh, and it looks like the Avatar knocking everybody away from the center, and he just doesn't have enough time left. He wants to cap the top position. That's not going to happen. He's being suppressed right now. Never mind. He has uncapped it. He has stabilized at 3 points. Oh, but there's no way he can hold on to that right now. All these guys have to do is just cap this top victory point, and it'll be 2-1, and he will bleed out. So, oh, is he got to get anything? He's got to sneak around. Looks like he's trying to get in there right now with Termagants, but no. Oh, the Autarch gets summoned back in, doing some serious damage. These guys are just about to finish capping the northern victory point. They're coming in, but it's a futile effort. There's no way they'll be able to cap this victory point in time. And Aki calls good game before the clock runs out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this game. Once again, I am Harlequin. If you did enjoy this, please feel free to subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you guys later.